Please be aware, in this podcast series we talk about all areas of safeguarding, which some people may find upsetting. So please make sure you're okay listening to today's topic. Be mindful of those around you, such as children, that you might not want to listen in. Hi, I'm SSS Safeguarding Director Sam Preston.
And I'm former head teacher and content author Sarah Spinks.
Today we're looking at a critical safeguarding topic, how to guide students through discussions about violent incidents. This is a delicate subject and it's crucial for educators to handle it with care and empathy. Due to the dense and diverse populations, schools, especially those in larger urban centres, often experience the effects of violence. The media frequently reports these incidents, and it's essential to help students navigate their feelings and help them understand the situation.
Yeah, that's right, Sam. For young people, directly witnessing or just hearing about violence can shatter their sense of an innocent world. You know, while adults might adapt to the presence of danger, students can struggle with this. Bridging the gap between adult and student perceptions of violence is challenging, but it's really necessary.
So, where do we start? Engaging in these discussions requires a thoughtful approach. Public violence and traumatic events can evoke anxiety, fear, and vulnerability. So it's important to recognise that not all information out there is reliable.
Exactly. You know, let's break it down step by step. The first step, is starting the discussion, beginning with open-ended questions that encourage students to share their thoughts and feelings. For example, you could say, I've noticed some of you seem troubled in the recent events. Would you like to talk about how you're feeling? Or can you help me understand your thoughts on why this happened? And I think that approach invites them to express themselves freely, really.
Yeah, and expressing your own feelings, appropriately, of course. That can be just as important. Sharing your emotions openly but calmly, avoiding overwhelming them with too much detail. Instead, focusing on their questions and responses. For instance, I feel anxious about what happened. How does it make you feel? This shows them it's okay to talk about the feelings, their feelings. It's almost a sort of permission-giving exercise, It's okay to share and talk.
Yeah, and I think another crucial point is to encourage and listen. Create a safe space where students feel free to express their fears and concerns.
Yeah, and that's something we've talked about a lot, haven't we, Sarah? In that think about what a safe space is to the age group you're dealing with, and that might be very, very different from an adult's perspective.
Yeah, absolutely, Sam. Validate their emotions without diminishing them. Reassure them with statements like, I care about you and I'm here to listen, or it's normal to feel a range of emotions like anger or fear. And I think this helps them to feel heard and supported.
Yeah, and providing reassurance is also crucial, I think. Be present and available for your students. Show them their safety, well-being are your top priorities. And that can be really difficult when you're having an incredibly busy day. But you've got to be present in that moment. And it's statements like saying, you won't face any consequences for expressing your feelings. I won't be upset. Or, it sounds like you're having a tough time. How can I help you? How can I support you? All of that can help alleviate their anxieties. And it's also important to verbally acknowledge you're hearing and understanding what they're saying. Those statements, I can see why that may feel distressing for you. It's that acknowledgement that you're hearing.
Yeah, definitely. And promoting that openness and honesty in these conversations, that's really essential. I think it's okay to admit you don't have all the answers. I think that's actually really fundamental. Emphasise the importance of condemning violence and focusing on safety. For example, I don't have all the answers about why this happened, but I want you to know that violence is never acceptable. We'll continue to prioritise safety and share our thoughts and concerns together to keep us all safe. They're important ways to say that as well.
Yeah, I think developing a safety plan together, that can really empower students. Identify trusted adults they can confide in and reinforce existing safety protocols. Asking questions like, how can we ensure the safety of our school and take necessary precautions? Did you know, saying things like, did you know there's been more police patrols since the incident? How does that make you feel? All of these sort of things, that helps to give young people a sense of control and the resources that they can feel they can rely on.
Yeah, and then maintaining and keeping that open communication is vital. Ensure that safety is that regular topic, not just in response to a crisis, by adapting conversations to your student needs and initiating discussions when they feel secure. I think things like perhaps we can revisit this topic later, or I'll gather more information and we can discuss it together. I think, feel free to share any information you have as well. I think it's that ongoing dialogue that helps students feel comfortable to discussing safety at any time, not, as I say, not just in response to a crisis.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know from our safeguarding practice that routine plays a great part in providing stability and security. So, following a frightening event, maintaining normalcy really helps students feel grounded. So, for instance, saying, I'm heading to the playground for duty as usual. While these things happen, they're rare occurrences. Come on, join me. Taking you, right away back into that sense of normalcy. It shows them that life continues and it fosters that sense of predictability that grounds them and gives them that stability.
Yeah, that stability is really important. I think remember it's okay to seek additional support.
Yeah,
if a student shows those signs of distress, I don't think we should hesitate in reaching out to other professionals. Express your concern and willingness to help. I can see you struggling. I want to ensure you receive the support you need. Can I assist in finding the right help for you? And explore the additional support mechanisms as well. Absolutely.
And also, for the adults, don't forget self-care. Supporting students, in these sort of things, it can be challenging. It's essential to take care of your own well-being. And for, I would say to all the adults listening that might be undertaking this, do consider seeking support from peer groups, professional counselling or community resources. By taking care of yourself, you'll be better equipped to support your students.
Absolutely. It's a bit like the old adage when you're on a plane, always put your own mask on first so that you are able to support the people around you who can't, And I think by guiding students through discussion about violent incidents, it does require patience and empathy and that sort of proactive support going forward.
Yeah. And fostering that open communication that we've discussed, that validation of their feelings, prioritising the safety, all of that helps students process their emotions and it builds resilience. And children and young people can be incredibly resilient. Just to make listeners aware, we do have some resources available on our website and YouTube channel, so please do seek them out. They're all free to access.